What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. So in today's video, as you can see by the title, we are going to be playing with one of the new Moprhe eyeshadow palettes. So Moprhe just dropped 3 new eyeshadow palettes. They are all 9 pan. So the first one we have here is called Going Platinum, and I think out of all of them, this is my favorite. It's like a smoky eyeshadow palette, but each palette has like this very beautiful, like, I don't even know what to call this. Is it shimmer? It's not even shimmer. Yeah, that looks good. I think this is my favorite. Then we do have the Gold Seeker. It's like your browns, your neutrals in this beautiful gold here. My swatches is really bad, you guys. And then last but not least, I have the Rose to Fame. This is what this one looks like. And this is like a rose gold shade here. Let me see. I'm trying to swatch without showing you guys. I burned my hand right here and it looks hideous. But this is like those middle shimmer shades in all of them. So I am trying to decide which palette I'm going to use. I will probably more than likely do, I feel like we're going to see a lot of the gold and the platinum. So part of me is leaning more towards the rose gold palette to try today. And yeah, let's do this one. So we are going to go ahead and play with Rose to Fame. Before we jump into the video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and leave a comment down below. And without further ado, you guys, let's go ahead and get into my first impression and testing out one of the new Moprhe eyeshadow palettes. Why can't I remember the name of the collection? Anywho, let's get into it. All right, you guys, so I'm going to try to hold this back a little bit. I know the lighting is a little bit bright, but this first shade here is like a matte, pale, pinky, vanilla-ish, and it is called On a Pedestal. Oh. So I am just going to place that all over the lid just to kind of, in a sense, kind of set down my wet base from the P. Louise eyeshadow base. But you guys, there has been so many new like foundations and makeup that has come out, and I have not purchased it because I've been waiting for the Sephora sale. And I'm just like, so I do apologize if I get to a review kind of late for these foundations and stuff that's coming out, but the sale is right here. So if I go and buy everything now, what am I going to buy during the sale? You know? Another thing, I was trying to wait for Jackie Aina's perfume. Like, I was trying to wait to buy it for the sale as well. The girls done sold it out. So I had to go on Jackie Aina's Forever Mood website just to purchase the pink and the yellow one. So I end up purchasing the full size of the pink. I'm fingers crossed. I'm hoping that that is like my favorite. I purchased the mini of the yellow. So when the sale starts for Sephora, hopefully the purple and white are still in stock and I can just purchase them then. But I was like, So y'all just wasn't gonna wait on the sale. Okay. Next shade I am gonna go in with is Trust Fund Issues. To deepen the outer corner up just a little bit, I'm going to go in with this shade, which is Aristocratic Aura. Good night. I should not have had to stare at that long. So I'm going to take a little bit of this shade Spoiler Alert and just kind of run it on the top. Just kind of clean up around this area here. So for the most part, I pretty much use all of the matte shades in the palette. And so far, everything is blending very, very nicely. You guys, I was looking at Manny MUA's TikTok, and he asked people like questions like, what is something cringy, I guess, that like people on TikTok do or say when they're reviewing a product? When I tell you, I literally had tears in my eyes because me and my sisters just talked about how people, it's like something is always life-changing with a makeup product, or it's just I'm sorry, but it's just like that's what I mean by like I don't have the aesthetic that everyone else may have. I am genuinely just here to do some makeup, trying to be myself. There are a lot of brands that have a lot of really good products. There are products that don't work. They just don't. And honestly, like when I say that, there could be products that might not work for me, but they may be your go-to product, right? So it's kind of hard when you recommend makeup because it's like, just because I like it, you might not like it. You might be like, this girl told me this was good and I hate it. And so it sucks. It's like, because I've went out and purchased products that worked for someone else and it looked good on them. But when I got it, I was like, girl, this is breaking up. This is, but I can't blame necessarily the person who said it was a good product. But yeah, it was a funny little, it was funny to see what people hate that like influencers do when it comes to like the makeup products. I think for the center, I'm going to go in with this middle shade. I am so sorry. I'm going to go in with this one. I'm going to use a brush. And then I might pop. So that middle shade is called Rose to Fame. And then this Nepo Beige. Girl, it is so bright. This Nepo Beige shade is like a glittery shimmer shade. I might do that in the inner corner. So let me pop a Rose to Fame in the center. That's pretty. It looks a little bit more sheared out by using a brush. As opposed to like when I swatched it. Let me see. I'm going to put some on my hand. Let me see if it intensifies it just a little bit. What do you guys think? Oh, I don't have anything right here. Okay. And then I'm going to take that top shimmer shade and just kind of pack that in the inner corner. It's pretty. far as me and Moprhe, I've never had an issue as far as like their makeup. Moprhe just never disappoints when it comes to eyeshadow palettes, their lip liners, their brow pencils. I still have their brow pencils. I don't even know if they still sell those. Their brushes. You can't deny that Moprhe had some top tier brushes back in their day. So, and a lot of them are still going strong that I have now to this day. So, that's just my personal thoughts. But, yeah. So, I went ahead and dimmed the light just so you guys could kind of see. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of hard to see. But just so you can kind of see the eyes. This is very pretty. I feel like I just want to kind of build more of that Rose to Fame up in the center. But this is very, very pretty. It's very subtle, but it still gives you a nice touch to the eyes. I'm really loving the shimmer shade that's at the top in the middle, and again, that is called Nepo Beige. I'm really loving that one. So I'm gonna finish the other eye off camera. I'm not 100% sure if I'm gonna do my full base routine, but we'll see. And then yeah, I'll pretty much let you guys know towards the end. Obviously, I feel like it's kind of obvious, like my thoughts, but yeah. All right, you guys, a foundation that I have yet to try on camera. I keep forgetting I have this. This is the Makeup Revolution Skin Silk Luminous Serum Foundation. I have the shade 10.5. So I'm going to go ahead and use it. I kind of feel like I need to mix a little bit of blue pigment with this one because it comes off a little pinky peachy. Do like 3 pumps and then I'm going to do 1 pump of blue pigment. Let me just swatch it on the face. Well, let me know. That looks good, huh? Okay, let's not get too excited. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this to the face, blend it out, and we'll see. Okay, I zoomed you guys in with this foundation. I'm gonna put lashes on towards the end because y'all know I'll struggle with lashes. But I feel like it looks pretty good. It might not look like it on camera, but to me in person, it looks a little pink. But hopefully with concealer, bronzer, all of that good stuff, it will be just fine. But I think as far as like the best color match, this is probably as good as I'm going to get with this foundation. So I'm going to use my Makeup by Mario curve case. This is in the shade medium, but the blush shade is called a Shy Boy. And speaking of Makeup by Mario, I told you guys in my last video that I went ahead and ordered a lot of products from Beauty Bay and Makeup by Mario. Not Makeup by Mario. Oh my God, I'm sorry. Made by Mitchell. He came out with a 24 pan case of different color blushes. So that is out for delivery. I'm really excited. So, truly, y'all, like for real, I don't need any more cream blush. I'm trying to tell myself that, but I usually would have done this before blending out my concealer, but I'm gonna fix it so that everything blends cohesively. I'm just gonna take that foundation brush but this is like a beautiful mauve tone blush. Alright you guys, so to set the under eyes and where I place concealer, I did want it to be a little bit brighter than the concealer, so I went in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills in the shade Banana to set the perimeter of my face. This is Fenty Pro Filter Soft Matte Powder Foundation in the shade 330. And for blush today, you guys, I'm using the Saharan Blush Volume 2 palette by Juvia's Place. These are what the blush tones look like. I think I'm gonna mix the shade B and Lena. I'm just gonna mix these two shades together. I completely forgot I had these blush palettes. I have volume 1 and 2, and I'll show you guys what volume 2 looks like in case you've never seen it. This is a pretty color combo. Ooh. Okay. So I just showed you guys volume 2. Let me grab volume 1. So this is volume 1 of the Saharan Blush palettes. Look at those. So you forget drugstores have stuff like this. I consider, well, I know some people don't like the word drugstore. Juvia's Place is more of just an affordable brand, but you forget that they have these products. Let me find some highlighter to put on. I have really been loving being able to do my makeup in my vanity. It just makes it a lot easier for me to grab my makeup products. This is Laura Geller in Gilded Honey. Definitely an OG highlighter. Alright you guys, so this is the finished look for the lashes. Now, I've had these lashes, I literally just opened them and I have 2 packs of them. I have a lot of lashes that I look at now and be like, why did you buy those? Like, you know that you can't see what I'm on. But anywho, these are the Salon Perfect Siren Eyes. And They look like this. So they are definitely long, thick band. What I did was cut them in half and just did like a half lash. I've never tried a hash lash. I tried once and it was a fail. So I never wanted to try again, but I feel like I'm liking the half lash more since I mainly have issues in my inner corner with my lashes. So this might be a little go-to. Lip combo for today. This is MAC Stone. And then in the center, I put Fenty Cream in Bubble Binge. And then for the gloss, I used, well, they're both kind of like a gloss. But anywho, for the gloss, I used Morphe's Drip Glaze in Froze Bliss. So that's the little pink lip combo. Anywho, enough about that. You guys, I think it was pretty obvious. These Morphe eyeshadow palettes are definitely a win for me. They are only $14 each. So I would say maybe choose between your favorite colors. If anything, I would say pick up the Rose to Fame palette, because if you're looking for something mauve, pink, rose gold, this will do you just fine. The other shade that I would say also pick up is the Gold Seeker. I feel like this is your standard everyday eyeshadow palette. If you want to go a little bit more intense, then obviously use the shades in the middles. But this is definitely a more everyday go-to palette. I feel like the Platinum palette is if you want to achieve a cool tone, smoky eye. That is pretty much what this is giving. So a lot of those palettes that have recently come out that are cool tone, smoky, but they're a little pricey, this will be your next best bet. Save yourself some coins. But that is just my take on it. Like I said, this was just more so a first impressions, testing it out. But I kind of figured Morphe eyeshadow palette would not disappoint. I feel like the eyes look really good. The deepness in the outer corner just gives it like this little very light touch of smoky to it. In regards to the Makeup Revolution foundation, I will probably continue to wear it or mix it with other foundations. However, I like the IRL filter foundation better than this one. And that's just my personal opinion. It looks nice. I think I had to wait till I set the face down and finished off my makeup before I could actually say that I really liked it. But I think next time for me, I will probably mix a little bit of the blue pigment from LA Girl, because just me personally, it just looked a little too pink for me. But if I went a shade lighter, it would have been too light. If I went a shade deeper, it would have been too dark. So that to me is the best shade that I'm going to find within this collection, which sucks. I think we all kind of sound a little repetitive at this point with the drugstore affordable brands, how they are not gearing towards multiple skin tones and undertones. That's something else I personally would like to see with affordable brands with their foundations and concealers. Give us a description. Is this medium cool, medium golden, like what is it? And so I feel like that's where we kind of, you know, it's tricky because we don't know the undertone of this particular shade. But yeah, overall the face came together very nicely. I was scared for a minute, but we pulled it together. So that concludes today's video, you guys. Thank you so very much for tuning in. I hope you all enjoyed. Stay safe and be blessed, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.